Life has a funny way of teaching us lessons, doesn't it? Especially as we get older. Maybe you reached a certain age, perhaps after 60, and you just assumed that family would automatically become your absolute rock, your primary safety net for everything. It's a beautiful picture we often hold in our minds. Isn't it the grandkids visiting? Your children always there to lend a hand. Holidays filled with warmth and constant support. It feels like it should be the natural order of things. But sometimes, the reality feels a little different, a little lonelier than you expected. Life gets busy for everyone. Children have their own families, their own jobs, their own pressures. Distances grow, both physical and sometimes emotional. And while family love is precious and irreplaceable, relying solely on it for every single need, every type of support, can sometimes leave you feeling vulnerable or even disappointed. It's a painful truth that many face, that while family is Aichurs au pangu, sukorkun rishurs tashish, nis kasanim brit mamo, yipors kondunasurbur uj ontuntu konj. It might not be the only or even the most or dependable support for everything life throws your way after 60. The good news, though, the powerful secret, is that dependability and strength aren't limited to blood ties. There are other pillars you can build, solid foundations that belong entirely to you, giving you independence, resilience, and unwavering support right when you need it most. These are sources of strength that you cultivate within yourself and in your world, things you have control over. In this video, we're going to explore these 5 essential pillars. These aren't things outside your reach. They are things you can build and strengthen starting right now. Building these pillars is like creating your own personal fortress of support. And make sure you watch right to the very end, because there's something about these pillars, a truth about the power they hold, that might truly surprise you. So, if relying solely on family feels like standing on shifting sand sometimes, let's look at where you can find that bedrock stability, the foundation for building a truly dependable life after 60 where you feel secure and capable. Starts with perhaps the most fundamental pillar of all. This isn't about selfishness, it's about self-preservation and empowerment. The first pillar, the absolute cornerstone, is your health, your physical and mental well-being. Think about it. How much easier is it to navigate life's challenges, big or small, when you feel strong in your body and clear in your mind, when you have energy to do the things you love, when you can move freely, when you aren't constantly battling aches, pains, or fatigue? Your health is the vehicle for your independence. It's what allows you to get out, to connect, to pursue interests, and simply to take care of yourself day to day without needing constant assistance. Neglecting your health, on the other hand, can quickly lead to increased dependency. Simple tasks become harder, mobility decreases, and the need for help with basic activities can grow. This isn't about achieving peak athletic performance. It's about maintaining functionality, vitality, and resilience. It's about making choices today that give you more freedom and fewer limitations tomorrow. So, what does building this health pillar look like in practice? It starts with the basics, and they don't have to be complicated or expensive. First, movement. Our bodies were designed to move, and regular, gentle activity is incredibly powerful. This isn't about running marathons unless you want to. It could be as simple as a daily walk around the block or through a local park. Walking is fantastic for cardiovascular health, joint flexibility, and mood. Even 15-20 minutes a day makes a difference. If walking is difficult, consider seated exercises, stretching, or gentle yoga. Many resources are available online or through local community centers. The key is consistency. Find something you enjoy, even just a little bit, and make it a regular part of your routine. Think about how much easier it is to manage your own shopping, gardening, or household chores when your body feels stronger and more mobile. That's independence, built on the foundation of movement. Next, nourishment. What you eat fuels your body and mind. Focus on simple, wholesome foods, plenty of fruits and vegetables for vitamins and fiber. Lean proteins to maintain muscle mass. Muscle is so important as we age for strength and balance. And healthy fats. Staying hydrated by drinking enough water throughout the day is also incredibly important, affecting everything from digestion to energy levels. You don't need a fancy diet, just simple, balanced meals. Preparing your own food is another act of independence and self-care. Maybe try one new healthy recipe a week. Small changes add up to big results over time, helping you feel more vibrant and less prone to common ailments that can steal your independence. Sleep is another critical component of this health pillar. As we age, sleep patterns can change, but getting enough restorative sleep is vital for physical repair, cognitive function, and emotional regulation. Aim for 7-8 hours if possible. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Make sure your bedroom is dark and quiet, and try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day. Poor sleep affects your energy, your mood, your patience, and your ability to cope with challenges. Prioritizing sleep is prioritizing your ability to function independently and effectively. And let's not forget mental well-being. This is just as crucial as physical health. Engaging your mind, managing stress, and staying emotionally balanced are key to resilience. This might involve hobbies that stimulate your brain, like reading, puzzles, or learning a new skill. It also includes finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether through mindfulness, meditation, spending time in nature, or talking things through with someone you trust. Your mental clarity and emotional stability are huge assets in navigating life independently. Taking care of your mind means you're better equipped to make decisions, solve problems, and maintain perspective, reducing the need to rely on others for guidance or emotional support. Building this health pillar is a continuous process, not a destination. It requires attention and effort, but the payoff in terms of independence, energy, and overall quality of life is immeasurable. It's about investing in yourself. When you are healthy and capable, you are inherently more resilient and less likely to need extensive support from anyone, family or otherwise. For your basic needs, now, closely tied to physical health, because it provides the resources to maintain that health and navigate life's practicalities, is the second essential pillar, your financial stability. Money isn't everything, but having enough to live comfortably, cover your needs, and handle unexpected expenses provides a profound sense of security and independence. Worrying about money is a huge source of stress at any age, but in later life, it can feel particularly isolating if you feel dependent on others for financial help. Financial stability means having control over your own resources and being able to make your own choices about how you live. It means being able to afford healthy food, necessary medications, comfortable housing, and maybe even those little extras that bring joy. It means being able to pay for services you might need, like transportation or occasional help around the house, rather than having to ask someone else to provide them. It removes a significant potential source of stress and conflict that can sometimes strain even the closest family relationships. Building this pillar doesn't necessarily mean being wealthy. It means being prepared and managing what you have wisely. It involves a few practical steps. First, understand your income and your expenses. Create a simple budget, even if it's just tracking where your money goes for a month or two. This gives you clarity and control. Look for areas where you might be able to save a little. Every little bit helps build a cushion. Make sure your important financial documents are organized and accessible. Know where your income comes from. Understand your bills. And be cautious about unsolicited offers or requests for money. Unfortunately, older adults can sometimes be targets for scams. So being vigilant and informed is crucial. If you're unsure about something, talk to a trusted advisor or a reputable consumer protection agency, not just a family member who might not have the expertise or could even inadvertently put your finances at risk. Having a small emergency fund, if at all possible, provides immense peace of mind. Even just a few $100s saved can cover an unexpected repair or medical expense without causing a major crisis or requiring you to ask for help. It's about building a buffer. This pillar is about ensuring you can stand on your own 2 feet financially. It's about the dignity and freedom that comes with being able to manage your own affairs and afford the life you want to live. It requires diligence and planning, but the resulting independence is a powerful form of support that no one can take away from you. It's about ensuring that basic needs and the ability to handle life's financial bumps are covered by your planning and resources, reducing potential areas of dependency. Now that we've talked about the essential foundations of your personal strength, your health, and your finances, let's move on to the support systems you build around yourself. Beyond the traditional family unit, the third powerful pillar is your chosen network of friends and community connections. While the idea was that family isn't the only dependable support, that doesn't mean you should be a recluse. In fact, quite the opposite. Strong social connections are absolutely vital for well-being and provide a different kind of support than family often can. Think about it. Friends are often people you've chosen based on shared interests, values, or simply enjoyment of each other's company. There might be less history, less baggage, and fewer ingrained roles or expectations compared to family dynamics. Friends can offer an unbiased ear, a different perspective, or simply companionship without the complexities that sometimes arise in family relationships. A friend might be the perfect person to call when you just want to chat about your day, share a laugh, or vent about a minor frustration without feeling like you're burdening them or causing worry. Building this pillar is about actively nurturing relationships with people who uplift and support you. This isn't about having dozens of acquaintances. It's about having a few meaningful connections with people you trust and enjoy being around. How do you strengthen this pillar? It starts with making an effort. Reach out to friends you haven't spoken to in a while. Suggest meeting for coffee, taking a walk together, or having a phone call. Consistency is key to keeping friendships alive. Consider expanding your network by getting involved in your community. This could mean joining a club based on a hobby you enjoy, maybe a book club, a gardening group, a walking club, or a crafting circle. Volunteering for a cause you care about is another wonderful way to meet like-minded people and build connections while also contributing something meaningful. Community centers, libraries, and local senior centers often have activities and groups specifically for older adults. Finding a group where you feel you belong provides a sense of connection and shared experience that is incredibly supportive. These connections provide emotional support, companionship to ward off loneliness, and sometimes practical help too. Friends might be available for a ride, to check in on you, or just to offer encouragement when you're facing a challenge. This network is a powerful buffer against feeling isolated, which can be a significant risk as we age. It's a support system you actively build and cultivate based on mutual respect and affection, providing a reliable source of human connection that complements, rather than replaces, family ties. The key is that you have more agency and choice in shaping this network compared to your given family relationships. Moving on to the fourth pillar, one that is entirely internal, but incredibly powerful: your inner strength and mental resilience. Life after 60, like any stage of life, comes with its own set of challenges. You might face health issues, the loss of loved ones, changes in living situations, or shifts in your role in the world. How you cope with these challenges, your ability to bounce back from setbacks, and your overall mindset are fundamental to your independence and well-being. Relying solely on others to constantly prop you up emotionally isn't sustainable. True resilience comes from within. Building this pillar is about developing a strong sense of self, learning to manage your emotions, and cultivating a positive outlook even when things are tough. It's about recognizing that you are capable of handling difficulties and trusting in your own ability to adapt. This doesn't mean you won't feel sad or struggle sometimes. It means you have the inner resources to navigate those feelings and keep moving forward. Practicing mindfulness or simple meditation can be incredibly helpful in building inner calm and resilience. Even just taking a few minutes each day to focus on your breath or observe your surroundings without judgment can help reduce anxiety and increase your ability to stay present. Learning to reframe negative thoughts, challenging pessimistic viewpoints, and looking for alternative perspectives is another powerful tool. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try, "How can I approach this differently?" Or, "What small step can I take?" Gratitude is also a cornerstone of resilience. Regularly taking time to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small, shifts your focus and builds a more positive foundation. Keeping a gratitude journal. or simply pausing each day to think of 3 things you're thankful for can make a significant difference in your overall outlook and ability to cope when things are difficult. This pillar is about cultivating an internal landscape where you are your own strongest ally. It's about knowing your values, understanding your boundaries, and trusting your intuition. When you are resilient, you are less easily knocked down by external circumstances and less likely to feel helpless or overly dependent on others to solve your problems. You face challenges head-on, drawing on your own strength and wisdom gained over a lifetime. This inner core of resilience is a source of unwavering support that is always with you, no matter what is happening in your relationships or external world. It's the quiet confidence that says, I can handle this. Finally, the 5th pillar, and one that brings immense meaning and vitality to life after 60, is your sense of purpose and engagement. Retirement or changes in circumstances can sometimes lead to a feeling of being adrift or lacking direction. When you feel like you don't have a reason to get up in the morning, or like you're not contributing in some way, it's easy to lose motivation and feel dependent on others for stimulation or validation. Having a strong sense of purpose gives you energy, focus, and a reason to stay engaged with the world. Building this pillar is about identifying what gives your life meaning and actively pursuing it. This might involve revisiting old hobbies you didn't have time for while working or raising a family. Maybe it's painting, playing a musical instrument, gardening, writing, or woodworking. Reigniting a passion brings joy and a sense of accomplishment. Purpose can also come from contributing to others. Volunteering your time or skills is a powerful way to stay connected, make a difference, and feel valued. Whether it's helping out at a local school or library, supporting a charity, mentoring younger people, or simply helping a neighbor. Contributing to your community provides a strong sense of purpose and connection. It shifts the focus outward and reminds you that you still have valuable skills and experiences to offer. Learning something new is another fantastic way to build this pillar. Taking a class, whether online or in person, on a subject that interests you keeps your mind sharp and provides new challenges and opportunities for connection. It could be anything from learning a new language or a new technology to delving into history or art. The process of learning is stimulating and empowering. Even simple daily routines can contribute to a sense of purpose. Caring for a pet, tending to houseplants, preparing nourishing meals, or keeping your home tidy. These acts of care, whether for yourself or others, create structure and meaning in your day. This pillar is about having something that motivates you, something you look forward to, and something that makes you feel like your life has value and direction. It's about being actively involved in life, rather than passively observing it. When you have a strong sense of purpose, you are less likely to feel bored, lonely, or dependent on others to entertain or validate you. You generate your own energy and find fulfillment in your activities, creating an internal source of strength and support that is deeply satisfying. It's about living a life that feels rich and meaningful on your own terms. So, we've explored these 5 powerful pillars: your health, your financial stability, your chosen network of friends and community, your inner strength and resilience, and your sense of purpose and engagement. Think of them not as separate entities, but as interconnected supports, holding up the roof of your independent and fulfilling life after 60. When one pillar is strong, it helps support the others. For instance, good health gives you the energy to pursue your purpose and connect with your social network. Financial stability reduces stress, which strengthens your mental resilience. A strong sense of purpose can motivate you to take better care of your health. Building these pillars isn't about saying you don't need or love your family. It's about recognizing that a truly secure and independent life is built on a broader foundation. It's about empowering yourself, taking control of the areas where you have the most direct influence, and creating a life where you thrive regardless of external circumstances or the changing dynamics of family relationships. And that surprise I mentioned at the beginning, it's this. The power to build every single one of these pillars rests squarely within you. You don't need permission. You don't need someone else to grant you health, or financial savvy, or friendships, or resilience, or purpose. These are things you cultivate through your choices, your actions, and your mindset. The most dependable support isn't outside of you. It's the strength you build from within and the intentional connections you create around you. The surprise is realizing just how capable and powerful you are to create this solid ground for yourself. It's the liberating truth that your security and happiness in later life are largely in your own hands, built on pillars of your own making. That self-reliance, built on these 5 areas, is perhaps the most profound and dependable support you could ever have. Remember, small steps can make a big difference in building each of these pillars. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Pick one area to focus on this week. Maybe it's adding a 15-minute walk to your day, reaching out to a friend, or thinking about one thing you're grateful for. Consistency is more important than intensity. What pillar resonates with you the most right now? Which one feels like the most important area for you to focus on? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Sharing your insights can be helpful and encouraging for others watching too. If you found value in understanding these 5 pillars and how they can create dependable support in your life after 60, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps us know we're providing content that matters to you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We share regular videos with practical tips and encouraging messages to help you navigate life's journey after 60 with confidence and joy. Don't miss out on future insights that can help you live your best life. Building these pillars takes time and effort, but the independence, security, and fulfillment they provide are invaluable. You are capable of creating a strong, supported, and vibrant life for yourself, built on foundations you control. Live your best life at every age.